morning, folks. Diabolical Dr.K here with you. And I just want to know before we get started, does anybody here suffer from chlorophobia, which of course is a morbid fear of clowns?
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah! Well, so, you know, I just got this little message for you. I think it'll make things a lot better.
Yeah.
Throw balls, I'm coming for you first! Now, folks, it's come to my attention that a few of you are worried about the upcoming zombie apocalypse. Well, I'm here to tell you it's not all bad news. In fact, the very best thing about it is you get to shoot your family guilt-free when they turn. Of course, with that in mind, the worst thing about it is waiting for it. Which reminds me of a story happened just the other night, and it's a true one. A couple of zombies out late one night, they're walking through the park, they come across a fella sleeping outside. Immediately they get into a big old argument about who's going to eat him. First one says, I saw him first, he's mine. Second one said, the hell you did, I saw him from way back there. He belongs to me. So they gets into a big old scuffle about it, and after a time, the first zombie, the bigger of the two, says, this is ridiculous. Why don't we just share him? I'll start at one end, you start at the other, but damn it, I get the end with the head. The second zombie ever so reluctantly agrees to this, and they goes about a feasting. Not a minute passes by that the second zombie mutters to himself, man, what an asshole. First one looks at him, he says, I heard that. And if you're that far in, you better slow down. Now, Halloween's almost upon us, folks, and you can probably tell it's just about my favorite time of year. In fact, it's about the only time I can go door to door dressed like this, demanding things, and not get taken down by a SWAT team. Every year I try to do something a little bit different. Last year I thought I'd be all edgy and controversial, so I dressed up in blackface. Well, I must have pissed off my Jamaican neighbor pretty good. Because he put on a white robe and a pointy hat and burnt my house to the ground. It may come as no surprise to you that evil clowns do need love too. And I ain't ashamed to tell you I've dated a few beasts in my day. I ain't just talking ugly women, man, I'm talking some real beasts. I've dated a werewolf once. Yes, sir, they do exist. But all that hair made me feel like I was going out with a 70s porn star. I'm still picking it out of my teeth. And the vampire, oh, sure was great at first, all that kinky stuff. But man, she got to be a real pain in the neck. By the end of it, that one had sucked me dry. But let me tell you, it was my alien girlfriend, man. That one was way out there. Real jealous type, you know, always probing. In fact, by the time we was done, I couldn't sit down for a month. Which reminds me, I went for one of them prostate exams the other day. Now, I am no expert by any stretch of the imagination, but I figure when you in that line of work, you should keep them fingernails trimmed. This son of a bitch's nails were so long, I felt like I was being fingered by Freddy Krueger. You know, I did something the other day that I don't usually do in this day and age. I picked up a hitchhiker. Now I know what you're thinking, Dr. K, that's dangerous. And you're right, but look at me, I figured I'd be okay. Anyway, I did immediately start to regret it. This one was complaining and moaning the entire drive. Eventually I had to pull over and let out the trunk. You know, I had to call in sick to be here with you folks tonight. Aww. And my boss is a real son of a bitch, let me tell you. He has the nerve to say to me, well, just how sick are you? I say, well, let's put it this way. I'm in bed with a bloated corpse, 3 Rottweilers, and a bucket full of pig's blood. How fucking sick do you think I am? I realize I can come across a little bit rough to y'all, but I do have a softer side. In fact, on my way here tonight, I saw just about one of the saddest things I've seen in ever such a long time. There was the dearest, sweetest little old lady, and she was wandering around all lost and confused like, And I gotta tell you, it broke Dr. K's heart the way people just keep going. I mean, what kind of society we come to when we see a senior citizen in obvious distress and we just keep going? Well, lucky for you, I do consider myself somewhat of a gentleman. And I approached her and I said, ma'am, is there any way I could be of any assistance to you? She said, oh yes, please. Thank you so much for stopping. I really need to get to a hospital. So I thought about it for a minute. I looked around, and then I pushed her in front of a bus. You're welcome, man. I got you there in a hurry, didn't I? And I do like little doggies, you know? My neighbor's got the cutest little doggies. What are them little fluffy, Apso, Shih Tzu things? Anyways, just as cute as buttons. We were out in the graveyard playing with him the other day, throwing the bone back for him. He's bringing it back in his little mouth. And then he drops the bone and he does, well, what little dogs are apt to do, don't he? He starts licking his little doggy balls. So I turned to my neighbor, I said, don't you wish you could do that? He says, I can, but the damn dog prefers to do it himself. Now, my time is short with you folks tonight, so I'm just going to wrap it up with a little story I think sums up everything. Man's in the urinal one day, minding his own business, and in walks the Grim Reaper. Immediately he drops to his knees and he starts begging for his life. Oh, please! Please, please, please! I'm too young to die. I haven't reached the heights of my career. I never found the woman of my dreams and fell in love. And I never told the people I care about just how much I love them. Grim Reaper just looks him straight in the eyes and says, relax, Betty, I'm just here for a piss. And that's me, folks, the Diabolical Dr.K.